And we'll see Joe Mixon. He's been a frequent end zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Titans, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business. And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
12 yards on the gain, a great start for this. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Our first carry here for Joe Mixon. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Texans at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, near the 37. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it? And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back first downs.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And the Titans first down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So this is something we didn't see it often this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have anything getting the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
And Stroud now to throw. That is caught by Dell.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Take Dell.
His 3rd touchdown on the year.
And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want him to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. A long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They're going to look to throw.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw.
Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll run left with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He gets it to Burks again.
And taking it to the 50. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, this will be incomplete. Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Fighting his way through contact.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the gun to give to Mixon.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Stroud to throw it.
And escapes the sack.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
It's Mixon on the counter. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for
Neutral zone
jumping.
infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than
Still
that,
third down.
Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They only need a yard here. Third down and 1 after the penalty.
Stroud looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz.
A gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Now Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Again, it's Stroud.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back into 14. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Stroud working out of the gun. This goes out wide from Nixon.
And he'll be taken down as that will.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Stroud. Finding Nixon here again on back-to-back plays.
No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
It sets up the 4th down.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And now a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of the season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 2.
A short throw taken in by Conquo.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. throw again. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Tony Pollard from 4 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And here comes the Texans now.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. This will be caught at about the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the
3.
Mixon.
They'll get 2 out of that run. It's going to bring up the 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal of the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans have taken the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as they look to add to him with another drive here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He gets this with Burks, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man, Okonkwo. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in second down. They'll give to Pollard running left. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That pass taken in by Burks. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's a second and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Second and 5. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. In motion right, that's Burks. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Second and 6. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Pollard will get down close to the goal line, but not in. And this will be marked down at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Pollard again. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now here's Pollard, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark
Still
off
third
the
down.
5 and keep it moving.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Pollard. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
McManus's point after is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. It's 17-17 to score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston set to take over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive with double-digit plays. They also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. That's complete to Dell. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Got a man. It's Collins complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
And Stroud now to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Third and goal, Stroud. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin with two teams that entered the NFL together back in 1995. Carolina playing host to Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. Gabe Davis, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. David Bell, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tua with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans' offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Here's Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's good for the Texans. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Stroud to throw it.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And his throw here is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
He'll look to throw. It's complete. Burks.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Back to throw now on first down.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
So first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And it just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Here's second and 10.
He'll look to throw. Throwing now, and it's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the market.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Looking to throw.
Going to the right here and finding Burks.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
In motion, the tight end. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line.
Here's 3rd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
The kick by McManus is good, and that's going to tie things at 20.
So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Got his man down. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Now Stroud. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of that can hurt you. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Mixing up the middle. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown.
Joe Mixon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. Boy, a good, strong run there. Some serious perseverance, and it pays off in 6 points.
And, Brandon, you know when it gets deep into the red zone, it often becomes a question of who wants it more. And we got our answer on that one, didn't we? The guy with the ball, he wanted it all.
Fairbairn go with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
That's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They'll set up a throw.
That pass taken in by Burks.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They're going to look to throw.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Again, he'll drop the throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll look to throw again. Gets by him at the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And he gets this one to Burks.
We'll call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 27 all. Hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort.
Well, they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense set to regain possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Stroud looking to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And Stroud now to throw. That's complete to Dell. Still on his feet. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown. Second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Titans' offense set to begin the drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Wide and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
We got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Here's Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Titans' 22-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Give him 4 on the carry. That'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The recipe is pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football.
And he'll take this one in for the Texans touchdown. Nico Collins from 17 yards out. And the Texans sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead.
We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here. And they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start. Offense.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now back to throw.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll drop to throw. This one caught by Ridley. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense taking over again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Stroud to throw it. This goes out wide from Nixon.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Taking a shot for downhill.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Titans are right back in this football game.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Jackson, the man in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Back to throw again.
That's to the tight end, Riley.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Holding. Offense.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
A shot downfield for Burks.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Maybe it wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that pretty much slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
Taken down at the 42.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So getting 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second down at the 32-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Texans on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now Stroud.
That is caught. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. Shoves him aside. And now he spins free. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Stroud over the middle. He gets it to Collins.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 4 down.
Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Traylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He's got this complete to Ridley. And he will have a Titans first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
He'll hit Jackson complete.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They had to go through with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Here's a give to Mixon.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Texans, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.